Listen to this. Congress just dropped something big. A brand new stimulus proposal is officially moving forward, and it's aimed directly at seniors, Social Security recipients, and Americans living with disabilities. And according to early reports, this could mean up to CB18 extra payments, with checks possibly going out before the end of the year. If the bill passes fast, you heard that right, a fresh round of relief designed to help people on fixed incomes keep up with rising prices for food, rent, and medicine. So let's talk about what's really in this bill, who qualifies, and when that money could actually hit your account. I've been digging through official updates from congressional committees, the Treasury Department, and the Social Security Administration. Not rumors, not clickbait, just verified info. Here's what's happening. A bipartisan group in Congress just introduced something called the Senior and Disability Relief Act. The plan includes direct cash payments, very similar to the pandemic stimulus checks, to help offset inflation and higher medical and utility costs. If this bill moves quickly, payments could start rolling out as early as December or January. That means help might be just weeks away. Now, here's who would qualify: seniors receiving Social Security, people on SSDI or SSI, veterans with VA benefits, and low-income retirees. Even widows, widowers, and caregivers in certain income brackets could be eligible. To give you an idea of what this means, think about Dorothy in Indiana. She's teacher R, a widow living on CBIT Wars a month. After rent, medicine, and utilities, she's barely got left for groceries. A one-time EDAR Lingor Civ by payment could completely change her next few months. Or take Carlos, a disabled veteran in Texas. His car broke down and he's had to choose between fixing it or buying heating oil for winter. This relief would help him do both. According to the bill draft, each eligible adult could receive CBI, and dependents with disabilities or seniors in care homes might get an additional $T supplement. And here's the best part: if you already receive SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, you wouldn't even have to apply. Payments would go straight to your existing direct deposit or direct express card. The Treasury expects around 1 million Americans to qualify. For the average person, that's enough to cover a few months of groceries, new eyeglasses, or your winter heating bills. No, now let's be real. This isn't a long-term fix. Prices are still rising faster than Social Security's annual increase. The Artsenling Arshulop COLA is projected at just 500 Su, meaning most people might only see an extra Sanser War to Sisser Wu a month. So yes, this one-time payment helps, but it's also a sign that Washington is finally listening again. Here's what you can do now to be ready if this passes. Make sure your direct deposit info and mailing address are updated on your My Social Security account. Double check your eligibility if you receive SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits. Look into Medicare savings programs and extra help for prescriptions. More people will qualify starting January. Review your WCB tax withholdings so you keep as much of your payment as possible. Here's the timeline to watch. Late October, Senate committee review. Early November, full House and Senate vote. December, Treasury finalizes logistics. Late December or early January, first payments could land. This matters because these payments aren't handouts. You earned them. You worked, paid taxes, served your country, raised families, and kept communities running. This is about fairness, giving a little relief to the people who've kept America going. So tell me this: if this bill passes, what would you spend that extra CBAT on? Groceries? Groceries bills? Maybe something just for yourself after all these tough years? Stay hopeful, stay informed, And remember, you're not alone in this.